Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Raquel.
And this is the Whole Shebang Podcast. Hi, guys, and welcome back to episode 17 of the Whole Shebang Podcast.
Woot.
Woot. And today's episode is going to be a little bit more serious because we have to talk. Trying a bit,
sure.
We are going to talk about coming out, being gay, being queer, being a part of the LGBTQ plus.
And some more pluses.
And some more pluses.
Just everybody. We're talking about everybody.
Talking about everyone. We're talking from queer to cis to whatever.
And allies. That's me. Unfortunately, I am female and I like men.
Yeah, that sucks for you. Really sucks for you.
Sorry, Betty.
My girlfriend not looking. So, we came to talk a little bit about my coming out and how it took me so long to figure out I was gay.
And let's talk about our fun title for this one.
Okay, so you read off the fun title because you have it.
Give me a second to pull it up here.
I was going to say, it's almost in front of you.
It's almost in front of me. Okay, so we decided to go with, I'm not going to go up to everyone I see and tell them I'm gay.
Yes, and that is a part of me coming out to my parents and what was said to me. So, for those of you who are watching, see the shirt, love the shirt. Another ally of the LGBTQ community made it for me. It says, I love ponies, I love pussies, I love poodles. And that could be taken because I have a cat too. I haven't worn it in front of my parents yet, but...
Oh, that'll be interesting. Your dad would get a kick.
My dad would get a kick out of it, my mom not so much.
Yeah. She'd be a little horrified that you're on the internet wearing it.
Very. Yeah. But it is a shirt that was made for me and I love it. Although I don't wear it out in public, often for obvious reasons.
I mean, yeah.
But yes, that is my shirt. So my coming out and why we named the episode that was because when I finally did tell my parents that I was gay, which I thought would not come as a complete shock.
Because it wasn't for the rest of us.
Apparently it was a shock for me when I found out.
We'll get into that.
And we'll get into that later. But when I told my mom that I was gay, she was supportive, but a little apprehensive. And she's like, well, I won't tell anyone. And I said, I don't care who you tell, Mom. And she's like, well, are you telling everyone? And I said, well, no, I'm not walking up to people on the street and telling them that I'm gay. Like, hello, sir, my name's Bailey and I'm a queer. But now I guess I'm doing that with a broader audience.
Hello, Internet.
Hello. It's not just people down the street. It's people all over the world.
We should have planned this better and done this in June.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. You know, you never stop being queer.
I was going to say, you can be queer 12 months of a year.
Yeah. Yeah, an extra day on leap years.
Well, maybe that one extra day is when you're straight.
Once every 4 years on one day,
you're like,
straight.
Men.
Huh. And then it takes less than that day to change my mind again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you discover that you were not heterosexual?
So, I would like to say I found out early in life. I did not. I realized that I was queer or... it's very hard to describe what I am.
This is hard to describe you, period, but yes, okay.
I don't think it's hard. I think it's just hard to follow, especially if we start putting labels on things.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I found out that I was attracted to women was probably just after 2020.
Relatively recently.
Relatively recently, within the past 5 years.
So funny.
And you may say, well, what led you in the past 5 years to realizing that you're gay? There were signs.
We're there.
There were signs.
Because you were smacking the rest of us in the face with them. I don't know how you missed them.
I can be pretty dense.
Even about yourself.
Yeah, especially about myself. But so what happened was I tried dating again, seriously dating people. And one of the men that I had been seeing at the time was coming over, spending the night. And I was just like, I don't like it when you touch me. So he would be on one side of the bed, I'd be on the other. And then I'd be like as far away, almost falling off the bed as possible. Because I just did not want him to touch me. And I was like, that's normal though, right? I'm like, yeah, you don't want to sleep. And I'm like, maybe I just don't like sleeping with people.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, that's not the case though. And then when we'd part ways and he'd come in for a kiss, I'm like, why are you doing that? Why? Why do you have to do that? And I never got what people meant when they said like, oh, you're going to kiss them and you're going to feel butterflies. I was like, no, not really. I'm kind of wondering when they're going to go away now. So there's no attraction. I have no attraction. Now, if I have to say it, can I sleep with a man? Yes, I can sleep with a man. So in this regard, I would consider myself aromantic when it comes to men.
Okay.
Where I don't feel any attraction to them romantically, but sexually I could feel sexually attracted to a man. I just,
This is going to be a lot of info for our listeners.
It's going to be a lot of info, but that's where I said it's hard. Like when you start putting labels on things.
Mm-hmm.
So, can I sleep with a man? Yeah, sure, but I'm never going to be romantically attracted to them, and I want a romantic relationship. Because I am monogamous and I don't want to have several partners. So, that led me to thinking, well, maybe women, maybe. I get along with them, like I feel connection with them. And so, I started going on dating sites for women. But I will tell you, I went on those dating sites and I deleted them like right away.
Oh,
especially
so sweet and cute when you're like that.
Especially when like one of the apps that I went on was called Her, and it's specifically for women.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going in and I was logging in. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I'm a fraud. I can't do this at all. I'm not gay. Maybe I just need to try it with men again. So I did. And then that's when Stalker Men came up and I was like, no, done. I got to try this or it's all or nothing. And that was the guy who after 2 dates wanted to spend the rest of his life with me. And then,
yeah, that was a bit much.
Yeah. And then found my phone numbers and my Facebook and
yeah,
it was a thing. Anyway.
Men are awesome. People are awesome.
Fantastic. So after a couple of months of like dilly-dallying on going onto these websites, I was like, oh, okay. Finally go on there. And I start zooming through. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yep, I can see it. Yep. And then I went out on a date with a girl for the first time and we closed the coffee shop down. We were talking so much and we got along. But I wasn't physically attracted to her. Which led me into questioning, and then I questioned myself for probably a good year after. Until it was like, no, you know what? I think I am into women. I don't feel that connection right away. So that leads into, I think it's called demisexual, where we're getting into terms now.
I thought we weren't labeling things.
I'm not labeling things, but I said it. It's complicated when you label them, but you kind of got to label them so you know that being queer is never... Being a part of the LGBT community doesn't have to be just a, gay, straight, you're this, you're that. You can be several different things. It doesn't matter. But demisexual is I don't experience physical attraction until I'm emotionally attracted to somebody.
Okay.
So that's a whole hullabaloo there. But I will say after all this, I then started dating women and now I am happily with my girlfriend who I've been seeing for over a year and a half now. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say about my coming out other than no one was surprised when I told them.
You didn't even tell me. You were just like, I'm going on a date with this girl named blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, have fun. I didn't even need a second to process. I was like, okay, enjoy yourself. Don't get murdered.
And there was one time with one girl I went on a date with that I thought I was going to get murdered. I'm a big person. I would be hard pressed to kidnap, kill any, like I am hard pressed for anyone to do that. And I think that that is a blessing in life because no one can forcibly put me into the back of the van with ease, you know?
And it would take a couple burly men.
Yeah, even then, I mean, would we be their first choice? So
Great.
kidnap, approve. I don't even know what I said.
I don't know what you said either, but later the transcript will tell you something bizarre.
It messes up all the time. But anyway. But I went out on a date with this girl and then she called me and I didn't like, she called me after the date and she lived with her mother, but the way she was disrespecting her mother was just totally off the charts. But when you're leading in a date, it is not well off to say, oh, do you know these people? No, of course I don't know those people. Okay, well, if you ever hear of them or talk to them, they're going to say that I'm an abuser. I'm not, though. That was a pretty big red flag.
Yeah,
right
I'll
off the bat.
say.
So I thought after I blocked her that she was going to come find me and slash my tires.
Well,
I was like, oh.
yikes. Yeah, dating's fun.
So where are we going from here with me being gay?
Let's talk about your parents. How did you tell them?
Oh, I didn't tell them. My parents and I have a don't tell, don't talk relationship, which means if I don't tell them about anything, we don't talk about it. Or if I don't bring it up, we don't talk about it.
Or you just don't talk?
Yeah, that too. We do occasionally. We send happy birthdays and holiday messages. It's fine. It's fine. I go see them once every 3 months. It's
Came to Christmas dinner at my house 2 years in a row.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I have a normal relationship with my parents. So basically what had happened was my girlfriend and I had went to it's like an indie artist concert thing in the area in the back 40. And so they had been selling sweaters with the logo on the back. So I had gotten myself a sweater. And we had ended up going hiking at some other point, and I had told my mom because we had been talking about something else. And she's like, "Oh, what are you doing today?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going hiking." And she was like, "Okay," because she knows you don't go hiking.
No.
So she was kind of curious, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I went and I was wearing the thing, and she asked me about the sweater. She's like, "Oh, that's a nice sweater. Where'd you get that?" And I said, "Oh, I went to this music festival thing out in the back 40, and I picked it up while I was there." So she's like, "Huh, okay." She's like, she's like, "Well, who'd you go with?" And I'm like, "Oh, a friend. I went with a friend." She's like, "Huh, okay."
She's on to you.
Yeah. My mom is smart as a whip. I tell you that. But how she didn't know I was gay for the longest time, when literally in high school,
She used to ask you.
she used to ask me, "Are you gay?" All the time. All the time. Out of nowhere. So it's surprising that it came off as surprising to her.
I think she knew, but she was just in denial.
Yeah, she doesn't want to accept it. If it's not out in the open, it's not there. So anyways, as she said, and she's like, "Oh, okay, friend." And then she's like, is this the same friend that you went hiking with? And I'm like, "Yeah, it's the same friend I went hiking with." She's like, "Do I know this friend?" I'm like, "No, you don't know this friend." And then she was like, "Well, what's this friend's name?" I'm like, "Oh, this is my friend's name." And she's like, "Oh, how do you know the friend?" I'm like, "We met like online through work, friends, colleagues, kind of thing. And then she was like, oh, God, getting information out of you is like pulling teeth. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm telling you everything you're asking me. So we talked, and then she was kind of quiet for a few seconds. And then she looked at me and she's like, is this a girlfriend? I said, yeah, you can call it a girlfriend if you want. But she also calls, like, you my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, all my other female friends are my girlfriends. So I'm like, yeah, you can call her my girlfriend if you want. She's like, no, is this like a girlfriend? And then at this point, I knew what she was getting at, which I knew what she was getting at the whole time. I'm being difficult on purpose because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, what do you mean a girlfriend? I don't understand, Mom. You have to be more clear. I wanted her to say it.
That's mean.
Oh, it was so funny though. So she's like, no, like a girlfriend. And I'm like, still, Mom, I'm not getting what you're meaning. Like, what do you mean? And meanwhile, they had just gotten a new stove, and my dad was in the background, and he was listening to the conversation. But all you can hear is him going, Bailey, how do you work this stove? I'm like, Dad, I'm trying to get my mom to say that it's, you know what I'm trying to get Mom to say. And yeah, my dad did it. Whatever, my dad. So finally, I'm like, yes, Mom, she is my girlfriend, if you would like to call it that, a girl that I'm in a romantic relationship with. And she's like, okay. And then she sat with it for a good, like, 10, 15 minutes. Because when you tell my mom things, you don't push. You let it sit and simmer so she can get all of it out. And then she started asking me questions, and I was like, oh, okay, we're accepting this. I did not think she'd accept it right off the bat. And then we kind of didn't talk about it for like months. And then she mentioned it again. Or I forget, I mentioned it again because I think I was saying, oh, well, me and my girlfriend are going to go do this. And she's like, oh, okay. And then, you know, she did that typical, I think she may have read some self-help books. Because she was like, we love you no matter what. It's just, you know, we're trying to wrap our head around. But then she's like, are you maybe bisexual? Are you maybe you will find a man one day? And I was like, no. That's never going to happen. I'm like, I can't stand men.
Not in this lifetime.
So she was like, oh, okay. Well, I won't tell anybody. And then that's where that story kind of wraps in on why we're calling it this. And that has been the only two conversations I have had with my mother.
Wasn't there something about her asking you about bedroom stuff and your dad mentioning why she would want to know?
Yeah, we both kind of ribbed her for that because she's coming to understand it, but not understand it because it's not something she can understand. And if she doesn't understand something, it's very foreign to her, and it's not something she likes. She likes to be in control and to understand things. So she was saying, well, you know what, I can accept it, and it's all well and dandy. I just can't think about other things.
Yeah,
other things.
Other things in parentheses.
In parentheses, yep. So, of course, my dad and I, our ears perk up, and we're like, oh, what other things, Mother, are you thinking about? And then we started ribbing her about being gross and like, why would you think about stuff like that? But
It's so funny.
Oh, we bugged her so much about that.
Your poor mother.
My poor mom. And then I didn't tell you this one, so you're hearing this for the first time. So now that my girlfriend and I have been dating for a year and a half, we started talking about maybe meeting
Parents.
And so I messaged my mom
Oh boy.
to set up a day for them to meet. And I am way too busy at the current moment. So depending on when this comes out, They may or may not have met yet. But we are aiming for September.
Okay.
Because it's going to be outside. We're going to have a little barbecue. And then we're going to see how that goes. I'm hoping for like hour tops, maybe.
Knowing your parents, 20 minutes.
20 minutes. I'll pre-cook and bring the food.
I've known you 15 years and I've seen your parents maybe 4 times.
Yeah, they're very elusive. They're like cryptids.
You just don't. I've been to your house and I've hardly seen them there.
Yeah.
Like your dad, I think I've met maybe twice.
Yeah.
It was the time with the fireworks when you were too scared to set them off and he had to do them. And then maybe one other time. Maybe one of your birthday parties. So I can't see it going too long.
No, I can't see it going long either. My mom kicks me out of the house after I've been there for like an hour and a half now. Yeah. She'll start looking outside like, oh, it might get dark soon, even though it's like the middle of summer.
And like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Or she's like, oh, it looks like it might rain. And it's like clear sky. Clear sky.
She's funny.
It's her hint that, oh, okay, it's time for you to go.
Leave.
Yeah, my mom is very recluse. So,
I'm excited to hear how it goes.
yeah, I'm terrified to see how it goes.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it will be. They'll be on their best behavior.
Your parents will be super awkward. Your girlfriend is overly bubbly and friendly. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I think about 20 minutes.
I think because your girlfriend will be so awkward and shy too, that the bubbliness is going to get even bigger, and you get really bubbly when you're awkward and shy, so it's just going to be you two super happy, and your parents just like, yeah, nodding their heads and be like, okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye now.
They'll probably act like she's just a friend.
Oh, probably. That's how I'm anticipating them to act.
Should be interesting. So you gonna tell the rest of your family?
I did plan on it. I mean, I was going to stop in and tell my grandma and introduce her to my girlfriend. But I was concerned that my grandma's boyfriend was going to be at her house like he normally is. Mainly because he is from Texas.
Yeah.
And he has very
Conservative
yeah.
shots. Yeah.
Yeah. Very conservative. The rest of my family, no problem. So we'll see how that goes. But
Let us know.
I'll let you know. We'll see how that goes. I know that this wasn't a very long episode about it all, and just a fun little coming out story. Be who you are. Just be happy. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Or,
I mean, it's fun to share personal stories. That's the point of our podcast, right?
yeah, sharing personal stories.
Get to know us. I mean,
Thanks.
you've mentioned your girlfriend in previous episodes, so anybody who's followed us this long is not surprised at all.
No. And I'm pretty sure it's all the people who
Know us
that are watching. So, hey guys, how's it going? That's a little bit about how I came out.
Very boring. I wanted more dramatic. Wanted your mom to faint.
God, no, she already has health problems. I don't want to, like, exacerbate the issues.
The rest of us are just like, yeah, good, you finally figured it out. Only took you forever.
Love my friends. But
Me and you in high school, my friend.
Yeah.
It was obvious.
Very.
Okay, ready for your card pack opening?
All right, card pack opening. If you don't know, if you haven't followed us before, if you are listening to this in audio, I apologize. I'll read out the names. If you're watching us in video, we are opening up their Arcana booster packs at the end of every one. So
Because somebody bought an entire box full. We got the box.
I have a collection.
Collection, not addiction.
Not addiction. Collection. There's a difference.
The packs that are everywhere will tell you otherwise.
All right, we got Prince Naveen. I'm not going to show it to the camera. We've kind of had issues with that. We are working on it. Prepare to board. Making Magic. Moana. A Hercules. A Jumbo Pop. Mr. Shmee. Ooh, the pixie dust is nice. Card Soldier's Spear. Wow, say that 10 times fast. Tadashi Hamada, that's a rare one. Oh, super rare. Captain Amelia, is that a holo? Nope, but super rare. Then we have Jasmine as a holo.
Oh, that one's pretty. Show that one to camera. See if
very
it'll pick it
pretty.
up. A little bit.
There.
Nice.
Picks it up a little bit. So I am also curious to see when we will get anything that is legendary.
We will.
See what the pull rate is.
We're gonna have to do a lot of podcast episodes for that.
So in 5 years' time, we may pull our first one.
Woo, stick with us.
Stick with us. But that's all for today, guys. Cheers. That's all for today. Catch us on Instagram, where we drop teasers for the next show, and our Discord account. Links are down below.